Eagles are favored at 10.5 at home against the Steelers. Steelers are 2-5. In this game, it's a sad game. This is I don't mean to mention your parents here. Sorry ahead of time. This is the death of the Steelers. The Steelers.
At least I had parents. You were born out of a test tube. At least I had parents that could have died.
Ouch. Hey. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. This is the end of the Steelers. This is the end of Mike Tomlin's winning, never having a losing season bullshit. This is the end. Because the Eagles are going to annihilate the Steelers. They are going to. This is going to be bloody. I see this game. Eagles coming off of a bye. 2 weeks to prepare for the Steelers. The Steelers who can't run the football. Steelers who can't have a game where their quarterback doesn't throw an interception. Steelers whose defense is missing TJ Watt terribly.
Awfully. And yeah, I talked about it earlier this year where I was like, TJ Watt not being on that defense it's not going to be elite. And you're like, I still think it can be good. A lot of people still thought it could be competent. It has been competent, but without TJ Watt, it takes away that dynamic, big playmaking, turn the game around defense. And really, it's a lot more of a struggle when you don't have a guy like TJ Watt who can just blow the game up. You have to think about where he is for the entire game. But we know the Steelers aren't going to be able to score in this game. We know the Eagles are going to run right through them. But what we don't know, what is the over-under of a Steelers game in Philadelphia where you have a ton of Steelers fans in Pennsylvania? What is the over-under for fights and shootings during this game?
Crime will be committed. Carnage.
We're going to
need a superhero.
You should tell a story of our friend Josh.
So we have this friend Josh.
His business trip to Philadelphia.
Yeah. So we have a friend named Josh. He's a friend of ours at our local gym. And we were in the sauna one day, and he was talking about his business trip. He works in insurance, so you get the idea with that. He's talking about his trip. Yeah, he sells it for a living. He's been doing it for a long time. He was in the sauna with us. He's talking about his 3-week trip to Philadelphia. This man also, by the way, he's a little bit older, so he talks a little bit more.
He's on the full legal dose of Adderall.
Yeah, that. In his 3 days that he covered, in that 30 minutes we were in the sauna, he managed to talk about 3 different occasions where somebody got stabbed, where somebody was shot, somebody was murdered. And this was over the course of 3 days. And actually, I say 3 times, but it was closer to 5 or 6, where they're like, this person was some corporation was stabbed 17 times in the back. Some person was, the CEO of this corporate. You know what I'm talking about? Just complete absurd nonsense. But a bunch of bloodbath in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, very high crime. God only knows.
Yeah. And then he was talking about how a guy got shot in front of his door, and apparently the car was waiting there for 10 hours for him. So it's like the first 3 days, he only got through 4 shootings. And then there was a shooting where someone got shot 50. They found 50 bullets in them. I'm like, Philadelphia is crazy right now. So really the most important thing with this game is what is the over-under of fights? Because we know Philadelphia and Pittsburgh fans both love their team.